have them sent to the district. So in terms of notice of pool for the referendum, we have actually completed. We are also having that of the ballots also printed. Notice of pool for the unit committee district assembly elections are currently in progress, as well as the printing of the ballots. So in terms of printing of notices of poll and ballot papers also, we hope to complete all those ones in about 2 weeks' time, which is well ahead of the elections. So in terms of the commission's preparations, looking at logistics, looking at the personnel that we'll use, and then looking at other things that we require, like transfers, and then early voting, we have worked on all that. So come 17 December, the commission is prepared to conduct the referendum as well as the district level elections.
How much was devoted for this exercise? How much would it cost us to do December 17?
The current, the figure I cannot actually...
if you disaggregate it, for the referendum alone, how much is it costing us?
In terms of how much it will cost, unless maybe I check this in the figures. In fact, I haven't actually looked at how much. Yes, how much? Yes, it will.
Now,
cost.
I get you are more the operations guy. Yes. You are more the man on the ground, telling us what's really happening and giving us up-to-date information. So, which day can you state categorically that all is done and ready for the elections?
Per the commission's calendar, per our roadmap, by the 10th of December, we should finish with everything in terms of printing, procurement of logistics, and sending them to the regions. So 10th is the date that we have actually earmarked.
Do you have enough money for all of your activities?
Yes, in fact, we've procured almost all the things that we need. Those that we even haven't procured, it means that they are in the process of procuring them, and then will be delivered even before the 10th. Because by the 10th, all materials might have been sent to the field.
I know you don't have the figure in mind, but what percentage of the budget have been released to you so far? Budget for the election?
For the elections, maybe I may say between 70–80% almost.
That's impressive.
Yes.
So you don't have a problem with government on money issues? You don't have to hackle back and forth with them?
No, so far as funds for the conduct of the referendum as well as the district elections are concerned, we don't have any challenge with the release of funds.
And this 80%, how much has been spent already? Almost all?
Well, you know, what happens is that we don't actually spend all the money.
Oh, okay, even when they're released to you. Okay.
That is it. So it depends upon which activity that we have.
Requires, yeah.
That is it.
If the referendum is cancelled today, would it cost us any monetary, in terms of monetary hands?
Really, because of, you know, election activity is a process. And before we get to the election day, you find out that we have to do a lot of things. For instance, if we look at the printing of the notice of poll for the referendum as well as the ballots which we have actually done, that is where we will actually say that we may have lost some sort of funds so far as that aspect is concerned.
Okay.
Then if it is also not done, we are also just about going to train our officials.
Of course,
and then we have and then we have already recruited them, and we are going to train them next week. You know, so in case we also train them, and we don't also use them, then definitely that is also going to be a challenge.
It's an interesting development, but one grouping that sometimes you train are agents of the various groups.
Yes.
But now it used to be political parties. I'm confused whether there will be agents for yes or no on the ground on the day.
Yes, the CIA provides for agents for both yes or no.
Who qualifies to do that?
Interested groups or parties or individuals.
So can I walk in and say that I am an ardent supporter of the no vote?
Yes.
Please, I want to be an agent at Legon Hall, Maine.
Yes. What you have to do is that you have to get accreditation. You just don't walk in.
Okay.
And then, so you first of all apply to the commission. You can apply to the regional director or maybe the district officer or the chairperson of the commission. And normally what we do is we find out, we do a little checks on the backgrounds of those organizations and institutions and all that. Then we give you the accreditation before you can go in as...
So is it first come, first serve basis? Can two people apply to be agents for a single polling station pursuing the same course?
Once the law says an individual, institution, or maybe interested parties can apply, yeah, it depends. If maybe two people are...
I mean, in the absurd forms, if 50 people apply to be a polling agent for no at a polling station...
Yeah, what we do is that we have the number which is required of an agent, you know, at a polling station.
Oh, okay.
For instance, if had it been the presidential parliamentary elections, you can't say you're a political party, so you are bringing about 50 agents. No.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
So in this
you are
case,
required to have one agent. So what we normally do is that you may bring about, you may give us about 2 or 3 names, so that in case maybe one is indisposed or maybe is tired or the other person can replace it.
So that's interesting to note how it's going to go on the ground that day. So the agent is qualified for the pre-voting, the special voting?
The law requires that with the early voting or let's say special votings, we have 3 categories of people. One, those who are taking part in the election duties, that is our officials. And then the second one is the security, you know, the security agencies.
Yes.
And then we also added the media.
That's true.
So 3, the media, the security agencies,
and your officials.
And election officials.
And your officials don't include agents?
No, if you are an official, well, you can be an agent, but you cannot be our official.
I get you. Yes. So the agents are not qualified for special voting?
The agents for political parties, or let's say the district level elections, are not. What I said was the 3 people that are qualified. Very good. Now, the media, the security, as well as our election officials.
Now, this concept about agents and how they can represent a concept no or yes on that particular day, is it something that, as we speak, there's still time for people to apply, or there isn't any deadline at all?
There is still time for people to apply.
When is the deadline?
The deadline, I haven't actually looked at it, but
it should be before the election,
It should be before the election.
Close to that? But is there a time that
because
it is close
maybe by early December.
Okay.
Yes, because of the few background checks that we have to do. That's
required of you.
And then secondly, we have to give them their accreditation cards and all that, which we also need.
Is application open today?
Oh, definitely. If you apply, we can actually process it.
Oh, I see. So people can apply today.
People can apply
and go through the process and become
agents. Process and become agents of either yes or no.